What's an integer? Okay. It's a number on the number line. Any whole number on the number line. Can it be positive? Can it be negative? Yep, positive, negative. It's basically any whole number. The whole set of whole numbers. Today we're going to learn how to add them. Now this is the note that you probably want to write down. You want to write down adding integers on a number line. You want to write adding integers at the top. Adding integers. This will help you keep everything straight when we are actually doing it. Why don't you do this, Hunter? You want to move right on a number line when you're adding something positive. That one you know. You want to move left on a number line when you're adding a negative. So right if you're adding something positive. You move left if you're adding a negative. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. Parentheses are used to separate addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division signs from negative numbers. So if your second number is a negative number, we're gonna put parentheses around it to separate this minus. So, you know, we want to separate this negative symbol from the adding symbol. Okay. Okay. The first thing you're going to want to do, this is the first, you're going to be asked to do this. It says write the addition modeled on each number line. So for the first one, you have this number line. You start at 0. Okay? So you would look at it, you always start at 0. And this one is from here to here is what? 5, and it's a positive 5, correct? So this one is 5, and then once we've got here, you just kind of read it like a map. You start at 0, you go from here, from 0 to wherever you go, and then from there, you go, we're going back 4. So we move to the left. So that's 5, and then we move to the left. So this is adding. Am I adding a positive or am I adding a negative? Adding a negative. So 5 plus negative 4. It's that simple. So you start at 0, and whatever way you go from 0, that determines whether it's positive or negative. And then if you go back to the right, you're adding a positive. If you're going back to the left, you're adding a negative. Okay? So for this one, we start at 0. So from here to here is what? Cody. So my first number is negative 4, and this whole unit is on adding, so it's always going to be plus. So negative 4 plus, we're going now from here to here. Am I adding a positive 7, or am I adding a negative 7? Yeah, 4 plus, and then we just leave it like that. That's not too hard, is it? You know what? Why don't I have you guys get whiteboards? Okay, so with this one, you look at this one and you start at 0. So you start here, and to go from here to here is 3. So you know it's 3, and we know that we're adding this time. Okay? So from here, we go all the way back to here. That's moving to the left, that's a negative 5. And we put that in parentheses. All right? Everybody do A. So, yeah, this one was 6 plus negative 3, and this one was negative 2 plus 3. Perfect. Oops. There's too many of those. Okay. Now you're going to be adding these. Now remember what we said. When you're adding a negative, we go left. Okay? So with this first number, and it's not going to take you guys long, and you're going to be able to figure out how to do this without a number line. Okay? But for now, using the number line is going to help you. It's going to make things easier. So you always start at 0, so we go to 0. So if we're at 0, we start there, and we go to -3. So we go from there to -3. And then we are adding a negative. Do we move to the right or do we move to the left? Go back to your note. We're adding a negative. To the right or to the left? Gracie, you're moving to the left. So from here, we're going to move even 2 more. So my total is -5. It's nice that my smartboard's working really well. Okay. -5. All right. Always try and think of it as moving moving to the right or to the left on the number line. So this one, 6 plus a -8. So we start here, we go to 6 plus a negative, or moving to the right or to the left? We're going to move to the left 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's where we end. The answer is -2. Yes, sir. If you can do it without a number line, I'm okay with it. However, it's for when you're first getting started with it, it's easier to see it. Okay? Now, when I was in school, I started looking at it as this is the same as 6 minus 8. Okay? That's how I started looking at it. Because you're adding a negative. When you add a negative, it's the same as subtraction. Once you do it enough times, you can start to process it like that. So if this was 6 plus 8, you're adding a positive, you're going right. Okay? But it might take you guys a little while to get there. So, you guys give me the answer to this one. If you want to use the number line, you can. If you don't, I'm okay with it. Look at that. Looking good. Good job. Okay? So, we got -2. We start at 0. We go to -2, and we're adding a negative, so we're moving this way. We're going to move it 4 more, so we're going to end there. So my answer is going to be -6. Okay, now, other problems. You're going to run into stuff like this. Remember this? Evaluate y plus -2, and then it says y equals 7. Really? All we got to do, remember, all we got to do is we take this 7 and we plug it in here for y, so my problem is actually 7 plus -2, which is 5. Not -5. It's 5. Think about the number line, right? Think about the number line. You start at 0, you go to 7, and then you come back 2. It's going to be negative, or it's going to be 5. See, you almost got me. Now, if this said for y equals 7, if it said if y equaled, instead of 7, let's say y equals 3, All we do is we take this 3, we plug it in there, and we end up with 3 plus negative 2. And what's the answer to that? 1. Okay. I will caution you with this. You guys are going to get good at this, and you're going to want to start going really fast. Okay, so be careful of that. So we got z plus negative 4, z equals 2. What's the answer? Write it on your whiteboards. Beautiful. Looking good. Good, 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 good. All right. So you guys can handle addition, huh? You think you can handle subtraction? We're going to subtract integers. This actually is a little bit more confusing. Not much, though. All you got to do, you want to write this down. Subtracting integers it's not the same. So make your title, make your heading, subtracting integers. You want to move left on a number line when you subtract a positive. So when you subtract a positive, you move left. Down. And then you want to move right on the number line when you subtract a negative. Okay? So when you're going through your sets of problems, look at the symbol in the middle. Decide whether it's adding or subtracting. Okay? Decide whether it's adding or subtracting. And if it is subtracting, you have to look at this set of rules. If it's adding, you got to look at your other set of rules. Okay? So, this is the same kind of deal. We start at 0. This one is negative 3, because we're starting at 0 to negative 3. This one's always minus, because we are subtracting integers. So minus. And then we moved to the left. What did the rule say? When we move to the left, it's a positive 4. Negative 3 minus 4. Okay? Because we move to the left. The directions that we just looked at, it says, on the number line, we move to the left. It says, move left on a number line to subtract a positive. We wanted to move left, so we subtracted a positive. So this is negative 3 minus 4. Think about a regular number line, or think about regular numbers. Okay, I know some of you are confused. Think about regular numbers. If I just had this problem, 5 minus 3, and you did it on a number line, okay? You would start at 0, you would go to 5, right? And then minus 3, you would move to the left, correct? And you would end at 2. Well, just because this is on this negative side of the number line, okay, you're getting confused. You are subtracting what is called a positive number, so that makes you move to the left. All right? You'll get it. You'll get it. Okay, this one. First one, we move to the left. We're going from 0 this way. Okay? So this is negative 5 minus. We got to move to the right, so it's got to be a negative number, doesn't it? According to our rules. negative 9. Okay. Brett, I see Brett. He's just the wheels are just grinding in his head right now. I think your head's about to explode. Whiteboards. Give me the first one. Good. Okay. Now remember for this one, it was negative 5 minus 2 because we moved back to the left. This one, it's negative 3 minus a negative 5 because we moved back to the right. Okay? Let's try one more. Oh no, never mind. Find the difference. Okay? Find the difference. So you start at 0, you move to 4, right? And then minus 6. When we're subtracting it, we want to move back to the left, so we go back to here. Minus 6, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, too far. No? Oh, sorry, I started with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, negative 2. Okay? Three minus a negative 3. What's your answer? If you need to use the number line to do it, okay? 3, you start at 0 always. The first number tells us to go over 3, which is what we do. And then we subtract a negative, which according to the rules we have means we're going to move to the right. So you move to the right 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There's my answer right there. So the answer to this is 6. Okay? Follow the rules. Check this out. This is a positive 2. So we start at 0. We move over 2, right? Okay? Then we are subtracting a negative, which means we're moving to the right 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my answer. 7. We're not quitting until you get it right. How's that? All right, so we got 3. We start at 0. We go 1, 2, 3. We go to here. Okay, now we are subtracting a positive, which means we're going to move to the left. So we got to move to the left 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my answer, negative 3. Okay. On your homework, I want you slow down for a second and make sure you read the symbol in the middle of the problem. Make sure you are dealing with either whether you're dealing with addition or whether you're dealing with subtraction. Okay? Know what you're dealing with. Then look at your rules. So, your homework. Uh-oh. I have to look it up this way.